Sealed area. Adios. That was one heck of a trip. If it's much further, I think my legs are gonna pop off. Well, you can relax now. This is the lowest floor of the sealed area. Wait, really? Ah, thank the goddess. If you told me we were only halfway down, I think I'd be floating off to meet her right about now. Really, Father Kevin, you're being a little too humble. I can tell you're extremely well trained for a priest. If you are not, I doubt you could do the job you do. Ah, kazing, read like a book. A children's book at that. Well, it's no big deal if you figured it out. We're close to the von Austley's family anyway. Oh, speaking of my job, that thing the mayor of Ruan had. Ah, the Kronos Rod. In accordance with our pact, it's being kept safely secured using the prescribed methods. We can hand it off to you whenever you wish. Perfect, thanks. So anyway, the thing we discussed earlier, mind showing it to me? It's down here, right? Yes, follow me. I remember being here and fighting that thing. Well now, would you look at this? I imagine even the church will have difficulty deciding what to do with this, yes? This sort of artifact isn't so much big as it is gargantuan. You mind if I take a closer look? As you like, the Queen has given her permission. Please, if you understand any of this, share your thoughts. So this is the Ring Guardian that was in the report, huh? It's kind of similar to the archaism excavated in Calvard, but... Ah, wish I could have seen it moving. And this... This thing's an artifact from the last years of the ancient Zemerian civilization, which makes it at least 1200 years old. It's clearly the core of the structure, but there's no clear indication as to what it actually does. Analysis of artifacts seems to be impossible with modern tools. They work on the same principle and energy as an orbment, but the internal structure is entirely different from an orbment's. That's what Professor Russell told us at least. The church refers to these as gifts from the goddess given too early. And over here is... So just after the Black Orbment you call the Gospel was used, all the giant pillars that were in here were set into the floor. Yes, all 4 pillars set into the floor like this one. Even 2 months later we're not even sure what it means, if anything. Okay, so a seal on the aureole, a gospel was used, and then the device in here spoke of device towers and a second barrier. I think I'm starting to see what kind of system is at work here. System? What system? There's nothing else here. Ah, well, call it gut instinct at this point, but I think this was some sort of gate. Gate? Bingo. Call it a gate on the trail that leads to the goddess's treasure, and the thing that opens it is a black key called a gospel. If you think about it like that, the aureole meaning AWOL makes a lot more sense. But where's this trail of yours then? This is the lowest floor. According to the professor, the ruins extend no further. Ah, think a little less literally. It's not a trail you see with your eyes or normally walk. It could be the septium veins that run through the earth, or maybe it's some route we can't even imagine. But that's where we'll find a clue that will lead to the aureole. Chapter 1: Sneaking Shadows. You. Being on an airship for over half a day is kind of tiring, huh? I know how to stretch our legs though. Let's go report the completion of our training and duty readiness. Estelle, hello? Oh yeah, you're right, we should go say hi to Elman. Hey, are you... Estelle, you've got a case of the nerves, don't you? Yeah, I do. I don't know why either. I didn't feel this way at all before I went to training, but now... Somehow thinking that I'm really going to be a full bracer now is making me really antsy. I get it. You're trembling with excitement, I bet. Excitement, huh? You've grown way stronger over this past month, Estelle. And not just in, like, the whacking stuff with the stick department. You're more knowledgeable, careful, and you make better judgments. And now you're about to start hunting down the mystery creepos who want to doom us all, or whatever. And you're gonna bring Joshua back. I bet all that's only just now sinking in for you. Yeah, when you put it that way, that is how I'm feeling. I'm such a dimwit. I'm like a mountain climber who didn't even bother looking up at how big the mountain before her is. Having second thoughts about climbing it? No way. If anything, I'm even more fired up now than I used to be. No matter how big a mountain is, you can only climb it one step at a time anyway. Even if I have to crawl, I'll reach the top no matter what. That's more like it. Okay, are we gonna head over to the guild? Let's go. I see, the both of you have done well. Well then, here's your reward based on your performance during training. Huh? We get paid for training? Not that I'll complain, but are you sure? Naturally, it is a part of your job after all. It won't be a problem so long as you put your new skills to use for the guild. Right, I'll do my best. Look at that, and all that lovely extra PP for making the right decisions. And a promotion. Silver chain accessory. It does seem like you two had quite a fulfilling training period. You even carry yourselves differently. It was. I learned a lot. If I ever get the chance, I'd love to go again. I'm glad to hear it. Speaking of which, Kurt and the others remained at the training grounds, correct? Yeah, Kana and Grant are doing some expert level stuff, I think. They said they won't be back for a while. I think I get what Elnan is poking at though. The guild's down 3 full skilled bracers now. We're gonna be really busy from now on. And on top of that, Cassius is still devoting all his time to the military, right? Oh yeah, if I remember right, he's currently working out of Leiston Fortress. Cassius Brigadier General Bright has been welcomed back into the army and is now the head of military command. He's essentially the head of Her Majesty's Royal Army at this point. What? He's the head of the army now? I thought General Morgan had that position. As I understand it, that was the original idea, but Morgan himself proposed giving Cassius full reign. He seems to be entrusting the future of the army to your father, Estelle. The future? Entrusted to Dad? Well, we're doomed then. Well, I can see Cassius being given that much responsibility, you know? That's gonna mean we're down our S-rank hero too, though. I think it's safe to say we'll have plenty of support from the military from now on, however. At the same time, we have new threats to concern ourselves with. Huh? Right, you mean the society. Did they start to do stuff while we were away? No, they've done nothing obvious, but that is admittedly how they work. What has happened are several strange occurrences over the past month. One example would be the changes in the wild beasts and monsters in various regions. The monsters have changed? Do you mind defining change, Elnan? I hope it isn't what I think it is. To start with, heretofore undocumented types of monsters are showing up all across the country. Even the existing monsters have become far more vicious and powerful. Travel has become significantly more dangerous. No one has been able to put forward an explanation as to why this is happening. So every beastie out there is nastier just cause. Oh man, it's definitely the society's doing. They're trying to turn us all into monster kibble. Calm yourself, Annalise. We still don't have enough evidence to be certain of anything. We do know one thing though. things definitely began happening after the Queen's birthday celebrations. That we know for certain. The first reports came in practically the day after. Oh, crud. Don't look so glum. We've actually been formulating a response of sorts, and I'd very much like for the two of you to be part of it. Response? Ah, you two are here already. I wanted to meet you at the port. Shera? And a gate too. This is a surprise. Welcome back, you two. It's good to see you. Ha, you two got back sooner than I thought. I'm really happy to see you too, Shera. And a gate. Hi. It's been a while, huh? Yeah, I think the last time we saw each other was during the Queen's birthday shindig. The old man told me about Joshua, you know? I heard you were pretty broken up over it, but you seem back on your feet already, yeah? Yeah, mostly. More to the point though, why are you two together? Good question. I should get a camera. This is like seeing a king penguin. Oh really, it isn't that rare, you two. Gotta admit, we don't work together that often, Sherazade. Actually, Sherazade and a gate are here to begin a special mission. I asked them to come here today for a specific reason. A mission? Indeed, they will be tasked with investigating the Society of Ouroboros. What? Wait, like chasing down the agents and stuff? Isn't that dangerous? I wish it was that exciting. Investigating might be a little too specific though. We're barely even certain the Society exists at this point, you realise, despite what Cassius says. We're gonna be wandering all across Labourle, keeping an eye out for anything resembling a secret society bent on world domination. This is probably not gonna be the most exciting job ever, is the point. Oh, I get it. I guess groping around in the dark is the best we can do right now, huh? So I'm guessing you want us to tag along? Yes, I'd like to assign the two of you to assist Sherazade and Agate. The plan is to have Shera and Agate investigate different areas separately. I would like for them to have a partner though, just in case the society really is as dangerous as we think it is. Okay, so one of us helps Shera, and the other helps Agate. Exactly. Are you willing to assist? You bet we are. I was going to go looking for the society on my own anyway, so this is perfect. I want to help too. There's no way I can just sit around when there's suspicious stuff going on. Thank you. I'm glad we have the help. Well then, the one remaining hurdle would be team formation. I'd be fine with either of you really. We all know each other basically. You two figure out how it'll work out best. Of course you have to push the decision onto us. What do you think, Annalise? How should we do this? Well, this might be kinda irresponsible of me, but I think it might be best if you decide, Estelle. What? You've only been a full bracer for a little while, right? You probably haven't found your style as a bracer yet. So how about using this as a chance to see what kind of bracer you want to be? Annalise. Well, well, look at you, Annalise. When did you learn to talk like a professional? Leave it to me. Either way, girl's got a point. Cher and I are the same rank, but the ways we fight are way different. I barely use arts except for support once in a while. I focus more on cutting things down with my sword. And I emphasize speed, the range of my whip, and orbal arts. You can't really go wrong with either of us, I think. Keep in mind that being a bracer involves much more than just fighting though. Think hard, and choose the partner you think matches you best. Well then, So, to make things as easy as possible, you're going to want to go with a gate, because at this point in the game, Estelle is very much an arts user. Huh, alright then. Just keep in mind, you're a full bracer now. I ain't going to go easy on you. Hope you're ready. Yeah, I know. I kind of thought you might say something macho like that. What? Come on, starting off with an argument is probably not the best way to begin this trip. Anyway, that will make Annalise and me the other team. I'm looking forward to seeing how your training turned out. Heck yeah! It feels like forever since we worked together, Shera. So with that out of the way, the next step is figuring out how we're gonna wander the country looking for shadows. Any thoughts, Elnan? Possibly. I would suggest beginning by going to help the regions with the busiest branches. In fact, I just received pleas for aid from the Ruan and Rolent branches today. Rather desperate sounding ones at that. That sounds just lovely. I suppose I have been away from Rolent for too long. I'd best go help Aina. Yeah, I think that's for the best. It's been a while since I've seen Aina too. This'll be fun. Well, we'll head to Ruan then. You're cool with that, right, Estelle? Of course. Man, I wonder how everyone in Ruan is doing. I'll contact the branches ahead of your arrival. Be careful, everyone. Okay, we'll get a bit of an early start then. Estelle, you've just gotten back too. I'm sorry we couldn't spend more time together. Me too. It sounds like Aina and Rolent really need some help too, though. Be sure to say hi to everyone for me. You got it. Estelle, I'm sure you're fine, but don't fret yourself to loose ends, alright? Shara, my tarots tell me that the bond between you and Joshua has not been severed, yet. So, don't worry, believe in your connection to him. Follow it, and your trail will be clear, I know it. Yeah. Thanks, Shara, I feel a lot braver now. Come on now, don't make that face. You're a full bracer, remember? Be proud of yourself. Right, I am. So, Estelle, guess this is goodbye for now then. Annalise, thanks for going with me on my training. Shara asked you to come along with me, right? I've been found out like a pie thief in the night. Shara said having someone who didn't know Joshua too well around would help you sort out your feelings. So yeah, she asked me. I thought so. What the? Don't tell her everything. Hey, what's wrong with being upfront at this point, right? But the real truth is, it wasn't just that. I did want to train myself too. And I really do think I learned a lot by training with you, Estelle. So I've got to say it too. Thank you. Annalise. Okay, deep breaths. I know you might think I'm weird for saying this, but... Huh? I like to think we're already friends, but, well... I'd like it if you and me, Estelle, if we became something more? What? What? Are you saying what I think you're saying? No, don't try to stop me, Shara. I'm serious. I'm absolutely sure about this. Serious? Oh my. Really, right here in public? You have got to be freaking kidding me. Well, I know I'm a couple of years older than you, Estelle, but we've totally spent about the same amount of time in the guild. And you know what? Age doesn't matter when it comes to something like this. So, what do you think? I'm really happy, and I think my heart is racing out of my chest, but this is kind of a surprise, to say the least. Besides, there's, Joshua, and there's kind of some issues on a couple of fronts, or more than a couple, or rather, I don't, Joshua? What does he have to do with this? And what problems would there be on a couple of fronts if we became rivals? Rivals? Yeah, we're about the same age, about equal in skill level. I thought it'd help us both try to reach even higher, but you don't actually like the idea, do you? That's what you meant. Okay. As unpredictable as always, I see. Not quite the punchline I was expecting. Punchline? Well, if that's what you want, and that's what you meant, alright then. I, Estelle Bright, hereby recognize you as my rival, Annalise XSEED. Consider the gauntlet thrown, in your face even. Sweet. Alright, step 1, a race to see which of us can reach a gate and Shara's level first. Bring it, Swordbrain. I'll leave you eating my bracer point dust. Oh boy, I do believe we are in some amount of peril, my good Mr. Krosner. Heh, seriously. Nothing scarier than a couple of kids charging straight ahead. This is the final boarding call for the Cecilia bound for Rolent. All passengers, please embark immediately. That's us, I'm afraid. Well then, you two, stay safe. We'll contact you through the guild should we find anything. Keep in touch with us as well. Will do. See you, Annalise. Shara, stay safe. Yeah, good luck, Estelle. And off they go. Okay then. Should we finish our check-in and wait for the next Rouen-bound flight? Yeah, the ship bound for Rouen ought to get here soon enough. Sure you don't want to do some shopping or something though? Been a month. I wouldn't mind hitting the department store, but... Are you sure you wouldn't mind a gate? I'm easy really. Guys just charge into things without any planning, you see. Girls are the ones who actually bother preparing and whatnot. I say choose what you think is important. Haha, okay. Well, to be honest, I can get what I need in Rouen. Let's just get our tickets. Works for me. Tickets should be sold in the lobby of the Airship Company building. Let's go. Alrighty, so that was a little embarrassing. Annalise really needs to sort out what she's trying to say. You take care while I'm away. Mama, see you later. Oh, wonder where he's heading. Grandpa and I want to ride that airship over there. That's the Queen's airship, sweetie. I mean, I kind of want to ride it too. The next arriving airship is... Ticks me off, the Cecilia just left. Next is the Lind. The Lind! So this is the Arceli. What a lovely ship. Just a bit longer, just a bit longer. Once the new model engine's finished. Yep, so I don't really have any notes for this game. So you're probably going to see me just double checking all of the conversations with everybody. This is the Airship Company's headquarters, right? It's a nice looking building. Huh? What's... Really, this is why I cannot stand the pompous imperial nobility. And I thought there were limits to how unpleasant a single person could be. Ha! You took the words right from my mouth. Tell me, why does the Republic even care about the engine provision deal? I did not think LaBelle's internal politics were your plaything. It's a matter of international security, of course. It's only been a decade since Erebonia attempted to annex this innocent little country. It is absolutely unacceptable for a half-barbaric nation like yours to lay their hands on such cutting-edge technology. The Republic is a long-standing friend of LaBelle. We don't stand back and allow something that will threaten its interests. Long-standing friend? Some friends you are, you didn't send them as so much as a soldier in the war. You're just pretending to be allies when it suits you, while standing back and doing nothing when it doesn't. What did you just... My Lord Ambassador Crano, may I suggest we leave the matter here? We do not wish to bother the other customers. But Mueller, we... Ambassador Cochrane, may I ask that you back down as well? This is a debate that could be handled just as well through the embassies. Very well. I can't say I like hearing that from a member of the Imperial military. Still, far better than hearing it from that pompous and gluttonous member of the nobility, I suppose. What did you Well, gentlemen, if you'll pardon me. She just had to get the last word in. That insufferable she-wolf. This is why commoners with no history or tradition are... My lord. Yes, yes. I shall return to the embassy. I trust I can leave the other matter in your hands. As you will, my lord. Hiya. Ah, Estelle, yes? It's been some time since your, help during the festival, I believe. I'm glad you remember. That was one heck of an argument just now, though. Who were those two, and why were they going at each other like a cat and dog? The man was the ambassador of the Erebonian Empire to Labelle, Lord Deville Cranor. The woman would be the ambassador from the Republic of Calvard, Elsa Cochrane. They head up their respective embassies here in the capital. Oh, I see. Awful darn childish for a couple of ambassadors. Can those two really do their jobs? I wish I could disagree, honestly. To say that the Empire and the Republic have always been on bad terms would be an understatement at the best of times. And on top of that, those two are like oil and water on a personal level. Well, no, the fact that they break into an argument every time they meet shows how similar they are in some ways. I guess I can see that. Though, maybe it's because I walked into the middle of the conversation, but I couldn't understand like half of that. Something about engine provision and Labelle's internal politics. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't ask. No, I don't mind. It's not really a secret anyway. The engine in question is actually the latest from your own central factory. Once the design is finalised, sample units are to be provided by your airship company to the Empire and Republic both, but we bumped into Ambassador Cochrane when we came by to finalise the details of the deal. Oh, I get it. Why the big argument about an engine then? A noble ship's engine is what determines what a ship can really do. Since you can install them in military ships, you usually don't just hand them out like candy. Now I get it. It'd be a real mess if that engine left the Imperial Army get all powered up. Well, I mean, not at all, it's true. Normally sharing such advanced technology with other countries so freely would be unthinkable, but this is a part of your Queen's plan. Rather than monopolising a technological edge, she wishes to provide it to other countries to promote multinational peace. At least that's her plan as I understand it. I get it. She did mention something like that a while ago, now that I think about it. It's pretty incredible that the Queen is willing to try something like that. Like, it's not just an ideal, you know, it's something that could really change how people negotiate. Yes, you have reason to be proud of your Queen, I'd say. My apologies, but this conversation has gone on longer than I'd intended. You're here for air tickets, yes? I'll pardon myself here. Oh yeah. Say Mueller, about Olivier. Has he gone back to Erebonia already? What? You've not heard? I haven't really had a chance to see him since the Queen's birthday celebrations, actually. I felt kinda bad about that. Oh, don't worry, that half-wit's continuing to while away his days here in Labelle. He said he was going to visit Elmo Springs, if I remember right. Okay then. Yeah, that sounds like Olivier, alright. Should he ever bother returning to the embassy like a responsible citizen, unlikely as that is, I'll let him know you are asking after him. I'll make sure he at least contacts you before he returns to the Empire. Thanks, Mueller. Hardly. I should thank you for keeping that lunatic company. Now, if you'll excuse me. That's one heck of a stiff military type for a friend of that golden-haired guy. Who is he? Mueller's the resident military officer for the Erebonian embassy, I think. I've only ever met him a few times myself. Well built, and he made sure to not leave himself open at any point in our chat. A well-trained dog of the military, and hiding some sharp fangs to boot. There you go again. He does seem like he's really strong though. Tuh, I don't trust any Imperials, and that includes Blondie. It seems like he talked to Cassius about something, but who knows what his plan is, what with staying so long. I guess that's a good point. Although, Olivier may be weird, but I can't think of him as a bad guy. Even Mueller doesn't seem all that malevolent, I guess? Tuh, yeah, whatever. Let's get over to the counter and get our tickets. So I thought outside we'd be getting our tickets, so let's go ahead and talk to everyone here. If we ride the next airship, when will we arrive at Zeiss, I wonder? Ticket purchases are handled in the building nearby, thank you. This is my first time riding an airship alone. What? I'm not nervous. No, not me. Can we leave? What, want to do some shopping in town after all? No, I'm good. Let's go to the waiting area over there and get our tickets. Oh, I'm kind of curious as to what this silver chain thing does. Okay, anything... Is that better? Nope. Silver chain. Blessed by the goddess Adios, prevents poison and adds an extra 15 defense. I'm going to give that to him. He's going to be in some rough and tumble situations pretty soon. Oh man, screaming and fighting in a place like this? How pathetic. I wish people could be more well-mannered. That was scary. Now I can buy my ticket. Those two just now, they looked really deadly serious. It seems like they had a fairly high rank too. I wonder who they were. Those people just now were so pushy. I mean, it is a sample of the engine going into the high-speed cruiser Arceli, but sheesh. I can understand them getting so worked up, but it's not finished yet. One thing I'd wish for right now is for people asking about the new engine to ask the developers at the central factory, not the airship company. The most we did was just store it temporarily and do a bit of maintenance work on it. It seems like the foreign people don't quite get that though. Welcome. Will you be using our national flights or our international flights? 2 tickets bound for Rouen, please. Understood. Oh, pardon me, you are with the Bracer Guild, yes? Are you Estelle Andergate? Yes. I have already received payment from Elnan with the Capital Branch. Here are your tickets. I see, so Elnan did... Nice Elnan, he's always ahead. Well then, please hand your tickets to the receptionist immediately outside the building. You can check in for your flight there. Please hand your tickets to the receptionist immediately outside the building. You can check in there. What have you got for sale? Ooh, the 2nd issue of the La Belle News. Let's go ahead and get it. Let's have a read up, see what's going on in the world. Let's see. Rouen Mayoral Election Special. 2 candidates, 2 platforms. With the arrest of former Mayor Dalmor, a new mayoral election has come to Rouen. Initially delayed due to the coup d'etat, it has now been officially announced. The 2 nominees are the industrialist Norman and harbour master Portos. Both candidates have solid support bases and distinct platforms. Which will Rouen citizens entrust with their future? Stay tuned. Promoting tourism, candidate Norman, owner of the Hotel Blanche and staunch proponent of the tourism industry. The core of his campaign is to invigorate tourism. He believes that tertiary businesses are the future of Rouen, and he has many supporters who agree. Promoting the harbour, candidate Portos, caretaker of the harbour block and passionate campaigner for the maintenance of the port facilities. His platform centres around the reinvigoration of the harbour industry, has the support of the harbour labourers and sailors. Voter opinion and election direction. Currently public opinion is split. The North City blocks that run on tourism favour candidate Norman and the harbour block supports Portos. With such clearly defined positions, this election is shaping up to be very divisive. As both camps possess solid blocks of support, it will be a battle of who can cut the deepest into their opponent's voter base. This scenario seems to favour candidate Norman, but there's plenty of time for a turnabout, and it's sure to be a fierce battle to the end. Society, the increasing threat of monsters. According to reports from the Royal Army, monsters across La Belle have been increasingly ferocious, and previously unseen species are roaming the kingdom. The cause of these strange changes is currently unknown, but theories range from septium vein fluctuations to planetary alignment and even solar abnormalities. The Royal Army is investigating, but caution is advised when travelling between regions. Society, new Chief of Staff selected. The new commander of the Royal Army has been announced as Cassius Bright, promoted to General. Cassius Bright, formerly Colonel Bright, will be replacing General Morgan as Chief of Staff. Hopes are high for the reconstruction and future of the military under the guidance of this new leader. Foreign Affairs, Pact to be signed in La Belle. The signing ceremony of the Non-Aggression Pact will take place in the La Belle Kingdom. A central location was considered initially, but declined for safety reasons. Technology, new model tactical ordnance. The wave of change has not only come to the Royal Army but to ordnance as well. The new model tactical ordnance, as shown, were developed by the Epstein Foundation and are spreading quickly. Improvements include the addition of a new slot, and while incompatible with standard quartz, it has been receiving praise from bracers and others for the new powerful arts it enables. Factories across the nation are already geared up and eager to support the new model. Reminds me, what does a gate have? Okay. Let's see, anything new? Nope. Hello and welcome. Will you be flying with us today? If you are, you will need to check in and present your tickets. Once we check in, we should stick around and wait for the ship. Sure you got everything you need? Yep, I think I've got everything. Very well. Please sign these papers then. Ah, sure. Scritch scratch. Estelle and her companion finished checking in. Thank you. Everything is in order. Please wait in the harbour area for the next airship arrival. Okay. Right then, let's find a good bench and wait for the next airship. And there we go, flying off on an airship. Looks like we're on the Lind. Ah, what a nice day. The tourists gotta be flooding the streets in Rouen if the weather's like this here. Maybe. They got bigger things heating the place up than tourism though. Other than tourism? What do you mean? The election for the new mayor. Apparently there's 2 popular candidates to replace old Dalmor. So it's like an actual fight of an election. Neat. And thinking about it, I guess it is about time, huh? They can't just let the mayor's office sit empty. Yeah, the whole thing's been a bit of a mess ever since you guys blew that case wide open. I heard about what you guys did from Jean. Ah, yeah, after you left, me, Joshua and Chloe worked on that. Well, we had some help from a reporter too, and the actual arrest was done by Lieutenant Schwartz of the Royal Guard. Ha, even better. You're smart enough to see it wasn't all just you. By Chloe, though, you mean the girl in the uniform, right? AKA Princess Claudia? Man, that blew my frickin' mind when I heard that in the castle. Yeah, I know what you mean. You know, I haven't seen Chloe since the birthday festival. Or Olivia, I guess, for better or worse. Not just them, Taita too. And Zin. I told Taita and her old fogey about what was up with you. I figured they'd worry too much if they were kept in the dark. Oh, thanks, Agate. Yeah, well, you'd better send them a letter soon, or meet them in person or whatever. They miss you. Oh, and Zin went back to Calvert after the festival. He said to give you his best. I see. I wish I could have said goodbye. As for the princess, pretty sure she went back to the Genis Royal Academy. We'll be in Rouen for a while, so I think we can find some time to drop in and say hi at least. Yeah, you're right. What? Did I say something funny? Oh, no, not really. I was just thinking, you're a lot more thoughtful than you look, Agate. You even offered to let me do some shopping before we left the capital. Thoughtful? I'm not. I mean, I am, but... Ah, forget it. Whatever, I'm gonna go take a nap in my seat till we arrive. Don't get so absorbed in wandering around that you forget to get off at Rouen. Agate, you really do try too hard sometimes. Anyway, I think I'll take his advice. Time for a bit of looking around before we arrive. Hey, don't get too close to the edge. What will happen if you fall, eh? Haha, kids are always so fearless. My knees are shaking just from being out here. Wow, this is so cool. Hey, look, that tree is so tiny. Hey, Papa, come here. The mountains and rivers all look so small. Ah, such a pity. Thanks to the clouds, you can't even see the Sapphire Tower from here. I'm a researcher with the History Museum. You know the towers, right? I'm here to inspect those. After Her Majesty's birthday celebrations, there were sightings of odd phenomena around the tetracyclic towers. A little late, but better to investigate now than never, right? I'm now off to inspect the Sapphire Tower in Rouen. After Her Majesty's birthday celebrations, there were sightings of odd phenomena around the tetracyclic towers. Okay, only changed very slightly. Ahem, to the right you can see Valeria Lake. Regrettably, it is cloudy at the moment, but you should be able to see the outline of the lake. Ahem, in a moment we will be seeing a large river. That is the Rubine River, the largest in the kingdom. I finished my duties at Gransel Cathedral and I'm on my way home to Bose. I must confess though, all the time I've been away, I've been so worried I thought I'd go crazy. This ship isn't even going the right way, but I jumped on without thinking about it. Oh, did Sunday school end safely at least? Oh dear, oh dear. I hear the casino in Rouen's finally finished its renovations. I left Gransel as soon as I heard. Sometimes you just need to kick back and chill out, you know? Ha, sometimes he says, sometimes my foot. You've only just managed to find a job. Filio has been working hard lately, granted. I guess it's alright so long as he's doing his job. Wait, no, I keep spoiling him like this. So this is the guy that wouldn't get a job in the last game. Huh? Excuse me, are you from the Bracer Guild, miss? I am, yeah. I thought so. I'm glad we could meet again. Do you remember me? I was one of the people you saved when the Sky Bandits held us hostage. Oh, you were with the captain, right? That's right, I'm Claire. I manage the passenger cabin. Our entire crew owes you our lives and more. We're still here at our post because you managed to save us. You're welcome. Is the entire crew of the Lind back at work? Yes, everyone is working even harder than before. That's great. I'm glad everyone was able to get back to their lives. Forgive me for asking, Miss Bracer, but are you travelling for pleasure today, or work? Unfortunately, it's always work. I'll probably end up riding airships a lot from now on. I hope you will treat me well if I end up on the Lind again. Absolutely, I hope we get to serve you again. Bracers like yourself always seem so busy, miss. It must be so rough. Still, it's because of your efforts that our lives are peaceful. Thank you. This guy. Oh, no way. I absolutely must make this next deal happen. I should look over the local foodstuffs again. That's a good idea. I should return to my roots and do some plain old investigating. Oh, is this the mushroom guy? Looking over the foodstuffs of Minoria. If I'm to get anything from this, I'll need to make a list and investigate with a careful plan. Yeah, let's stay away from that guy. That guy's weird. He likes some very weird things. Come to think of it, that group of bandits still hasn't been caught. No, they wouldn't attack us, would they? Seems likely the Sky Bandits fled the country, but even so, I'm a wee bit worried. Oh really, Grandpa is such a worrywart. I don't know what to do with him. Sure, there were bandits, but according to the news, they don't even have a ship anymore. What are they going to do? Flap their arms real hard and run us down with wishes? Rouen is in the middle of an election right now. The candidates, I believe, are the harbour manager and the owner of a local hotel. I wonder which will win. So, a choice between a man representing the harbour or a businessman promoting tourism. I wonder which one will win. When I was young, the only way to get around was a long, hard trip on the roads. We really have it easy these days, and it's all thanks to Her Majesty. Do you have some business on the... Wait a moment. You're that girl from before. Hi, sir. I haven't seen you in a while. I saved you at the bandit hideout, right? Yes, I thought so. You must forgive me. I never had a chance to properly thank you. Allow me to offer my thanks on behalf of the entire crew. You're welcome. I was really just doing my job, though. Still, it is kind of funny, though. Taking a trip on the same airship I once helped to rescue. Repairing the damage those thugs did took some time, but the Lynn's as good as new now. I'm sure she's doing her best with you on board. Huh? Haha, looks like she heard us talking. With conditions like today's, we should arrive in Rouen in no time. Please enjoy the rest of your journey. Let us know if you need anything. I will. Thanks, sir. Incidentally, miss, did you ever find your father? Ah, yeah, he did come back home eventually. He waited until the very last second to show up, though. I see. I'm glad to hear it. Just between you and I was a bit worried. After all, he is the kind of man who would be willing to leap off a moving airship. Yeah, I guess. I'm glad to hear you found your father. Our trip won't last much longer, but enjoy the rest of your journey through the sky. Maintain altitude, keep throttle at 60%. Maintain heading until we reach the Rubine River. I'm glad the winds aren't too strong today. It'd be best to not stress the engine too much. Altitude okay, setting throttle at 60%, maintaining current heading until we cross the Rubine River. Confirming throttle at 60%, orbital driver set. Okay, we should make touchdown at Rouen on schedule at this rate. Man, just when I thought we'd get to rest in Bose for a bit, it's straight off to Zeiss. If that non-aggression pact with the Empire happens, our trade in orbit is going to explode after all. The plan is to get to Zeiss now and secure some product in advance. This is the cargo room. Ain't no place for passengers. Watch that you don't hit your head wandering around. Our cargo this time is almost entirely ordnance we loaded on at Zeiss. I don't know why, but lately there's been a lot of stuff getting shipped around. Sounds like some new technology is getting put together. He's already completely passed out. I guess I've got to respect being able to sleep like this. Incredible. LaBelle never ceases to amaze me. Back home in Calvert, airships are still very rare. It was kind of a shock when I found out normal citizens use them so casually like this. Airships are still very rare vehicles outside of LaBelle. It was kind of a shock when I found out normal citizens use them like this. Okay. This is my second time riding a passenger liner. The first time I rode one, we got attacked by bandits. Please let nothing happen this time, almighty adios. So next up is Rouen, huh? Speaking of Rouen, that whole thing with Mayor Delmore being arrested was a real shocker. Seems like the whole town's still in an uproar over it, but that's not too surprising. Even to an outsider, the whole Mayor Delmore thing is shocking. Valeria Lake. Somewhere in that wide open lake, the legendary guardian of Valeria's water lives. Someone hasn't changed a bit. Huh? Oh, I was wondering who it was. Hello, Estelle. Hi, Lloyd. I haven't seen you in forever. Looking to challenge the Lord King Mugwump Fish of Valeria Lake again? For now, no. I'm off to Rouen. I've heard there's a nice convenient spot right in the city limits. Wow, you sure are dedicated. It sounds fun, but I guess I'm just not that into fishing. Oh really? That's a pity. You've got quite a talent for it, from what I saw at the Kingfisher Inn. I know, let me give you this. Huh? This is, it's a rod for beginners and a notebook for recording your fishing records. We, the members of the Fishermen's Guild, are dedicated to the expansion of the culture of fishing. We're always happy to provide promising rookies with the tools of the trade. Incidentally, are you bound for Ruan? Yeah, I am actually. Oh well then, you'll have a chance to swing that rod right away. There are all sorts of fishing spots in Ruan. Huh, I guess it would be a good chance. Now that you mention it, Ruan as a region is kind of full of waterside areas. As I mentioned, there's a point within the city itself too. You should go there first to practice. But now, so long as you enjoy it, that's enough. Yeah, thanks. I'll definitely give it a shot. I pray that you'll join our ranks someday. Well then, safe journey to you. Normally when you think Ruan, you think of sea fishing, but there's other good fishing spots too. The Rubine River, the one that flows through town, and the ever-famous Erletten Waterfall are also great fishing spots. If you get the chance to visit them, you should definitely bring your rod. Guess we must be getting pretty close now. Thank you for flying with us today. We will be arriving in Ruan shortly. Please be aware that there may be turbulence while landing, so we ask that all passengers take their seats. Oops, I better get to my seat. City of Ruan. Oh, hey, welcome back. Boy, but I'm glad that you guys are here. Connor's been away, so the board's covered with jobs. You guys have your work cut out for you. Geared up and ready to go, I hope? Sending us out already? We were expecting a little board work, but anything urgent come up lately? Well, no. We're snowed under with work in general, but none of it is particularly urgent. I mean, the election's being held under the eyes of the military anyway. The town's so busy boiling over from the election that the tourists have stayed away a bit. Whoa, the election's gotten that hot? Who's running? We haven't heard. Mr. Norman, who is a proponent of the tourism industry, and Mr. Portos, who wants to try and revive the harbours and shipping business. Remember, this is a big deal. The Mayor of Ruan is also the governor of the entire region. People in Minoria and elsewhere are voting too. It's been a real media circus. This election is basically going to decide the future of Ruan. It's exciting. I get it now. That is big. Well, given that I'm underage and not a citizen of Ruan, I guess I can't vote. Gotta admit though, since I basically helped cause this, I'm sort of curious to see where it goes. Oh, then read the coverage from the Labelle News. Their investigative articles are excellent. Investigation... Wait, that reminds me. There is actually a job I'd like for you to focus on. It isn't urgent, but it's something that needs looking into. Oh? What's up? Well, how do I put this? It's hard to explain. Maybe I shouldn't have. The heck? Ain't like you beat around the bush, Gene. Since when do you hesitate to pile the work on? Come on, spit it out. Well, thanks for the honesty, I think. Well, alright, here it is. I want you to investigate ghost sightings. See, I knew you were gonna look at me like that. This is why I didn't want to bring it up. No, sorry, it's just a bit of a surprise is all. So, what exactly do you mean by ghost sightings? Okay, so, it began about 2 weeks ago. We've been receiving reports that people have been seeing a white shadow at night. And not just in the city of Ruan, mind you, reports have come in from across all the province. You saw a white shadow at night? Wait, you mean... Ah, so that's why you said a ghost. And it probably isn't a prank or a trick of the eyes if people are seeing this thing all over. Exactly. I'd have dismissed one sighting, but with all the reports we've gotten, while you're travelling around working on the other jobs, do you think you could follow up on a few of the reports? Well, you see... it'd be, irresponsible of us to take such a job with so much else going on. Yeah, that's it. Estelle, are you... What? No, not at all. You think Estelle, the coop breaker, hero of Labelle, would be afraid of ghosts? No way, no how, no... Sorry, I am afraid of ghosts. A little. More than a little from the looks of it. Well, don't worry, nobody's been hurt or anything, and it isn't urgent. We'll just pretend this conversation didn't... No, we'll take it. Don't forget, a big part of our mission is investigating the society. We're to keep an eye out for even the slightest hints of activity from them. That's the plan, remember? Oh. Everyone has things they have trouble handling. Everyone. So don't be afraid to admit you're scared of something. But to admit it and do something about it instead of just running away from it. Ouch. A little harsh, don't you think, Agate? No. Agate's totally right. I'm afraid of ghosts, but no ghost could match the terror I felt the day Joshua disappeared. Estelle. Heh, now you get it. Jean, we'll investigate those sightings and get to the bottom of them, I promise. Glad to hear it. Anyway, I've got 3 sightings in particular that I think bear looking into. The first one is a report from a guard at Erletten. Apparently he saw something during a night patrol that spooked the heck out of him. Okay, not scared, not scared. The second one I know of was a sighting by a member of the Ravens. Figure that one should be easy since Agate is with you. Heh, if he doesn't talk, I'll remind the guy who his real boss is. Oh, cut it out with the macho stuff. They seemed kind of different during the tournament in Grand Soul, you know? Yeah, I kinda doubt it. Well, do try to be subtle about it, yes? The last report is from one of the children at the Mercia orphanage. Wait, one of the orphanage kids? Yes, Matron Teresa contacted us on her behalf. Oh right, guess you wouldn't know. Reconstruction of the orphanage finished not too long ago. According to Matron Teresa, it's more or less exactly as it once was. It is? That's a relief. I wanted to go say hi to Matron Teresa and the kids anyway. I'll ask about the thingy sighting when I go congratulate them over the new orphanage building. And that's it. Remember though, this really isn't urgent, so you can put it off for a bit if something else comes up. The rest of the jobs are on the board, so make sure to check it. Bracer quests, which you may choose to accept or ignore, are posted on the board in each guild house. If you approach the board and press the confirm prompt and the exclamation mark appears, you can see the full list. Select a job to see the details, blah blah blah. Once you've heard what all 3 witnesses have to say, come back here. We can go over all the testimonies and take a stab at figuring this mess out. Understood. The Ravens hang out right here in the city in the warehouse district. We might check with them first. Right, the warehouse district is across the bridge by the harbour. Let's move out. Alrighty, we are in Rouen, so this is going to be a great place for us to call our episode for today. Thanks everybody for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell notification icon. And just feel free to go head on over to my Twitter as well so you can stay up to date with any news about the channel. And I'll see you all on the next one. Bye bye for now.